Hello there, I'm Maria from the Richest and Simple Living. I'm just adjusting myself a bit so you can see me okay. I'm never quite sure how to put the camera. But yeah, this morning what we're going to talk about, I say this morning, there's only 15 minutes left of this morning. It's almost lunchtime, dinner time. And we're going to talk about how homeschooling is going so far since we've started back after Christmas. We've swung into it quite well, really. I thought we'd have a bit of a struggle because we had the fortnight Christmas period off like schools normally have, and then we took last week off as well. So I thought, oh, it's going to be a struggle because Sunday evening, Sean had said to me, she says, Mum, you know school tomorrow? And I said, yeah. She said, do you think we could start at 11:30? I said, Sean, it'll be dinner time then. Oh, nice try. I went, no. But to be honest, we have been a bit more relaxed about it. Normally we sit down to lessons about 9:30, but it's been more like 10 o'clock yesterday and today. And I tell you what we've been doing. When she gets up and she has a breakfast, we've been putting on the BBC Bite Size. I don't know if you've heard it. Well, this is in England, I presume Wales and Scotland as well, in Britain. And we've got this BBC Bite Size, and it's normally we can get it on the laptops digitally, but it's come on television, and they're like little bite-sized pieces of programs. So we've been watching the primary one. I can't seem to find the secondary one to see what that one is about. I've been watching the primary one, and it's really good. It's like little snippets of maths, little snippets of storytelling, little snippets of drama, geography. So all of your lessons, it's just small snippets of it. But I think it's really good. So Sean's been watching that while she's had a breakfast, although she has announced this morning, she says, I'm not into this Shakespeare guy at all. She says, it's too much of this Shakespeare on here. Which is true. It does mention Shakespeare a lot. And so she's not into that. But it does give you good ideas about things. I saw one this morning on geography. And I always think of geography as countries and things like that, you know, all your glaciers and all that kind of things that can get a bit boring if you're not that interested. But Sean likes it for a countries. But this morning it was talking about animals in different countries and the habitats in the cities and things like that. And I thought that was quite good. Just these little snippets of information, and you can pull something out of it to study more of, you know. So that's really good. But yeah, Sean's been watching them, and it's good because she's watching the maths ones and doing fractions and things like that. So you know, Sean's a bit, I don't say behind, but she's not interested in maths, so she's not really up there with the year sevens with maths. She got lost somewhere around about year 4, and she needs to improve. Today I noticed that times tables aren't as good as they were. Either she's getting lazy about them because she's at home, or she genuinely isn't bothering anymore. I said we're going to need to put times tables in a couple of times a week, I think. But what we have been doing anyway, I'm still waiting for these maths books to arrive. They've taken their time really, because normally Amazon's quite quick. But they've been taking the time, so I'm not sure where they're coming from. I mean, I hope they come from this country because I've ordered money, so I hope it's in pounds and pence. On the picture, it looked in pounds and pence, and it said pounds and pence. So hopefully it is. But anyway, we've been doing this because, like I said, I shelved all the other maths books. They were really beyond, and they were stressing us both out. So we've got this one. It's times table tests, and they're all like question tests, really. I mean, here you've got a question like Abdul has a £5 note, Sarah has 8 times as much as that, find the total of their money. So it's all questions like that can work out. So she's been doing this really well. I mean, just an example there. In fact, I'll show you. Probably not this morning, that's before Christmas, although we did get one wrong this morning. Even I got it wrong the first time when I went to market. You can see that there. So working out that question, can you see the question? And where I put first of all, I put £11.50. I thought, that's not right. So I did it again. So yeah. So what we're just doing like a page each day. So yesterday we started that one, and today we've done that one. So we're just doing a page each day. It just helps her to think a bit, and it's all times table related. Sometimes she reads a question, I think she forgets that really it's just as simple as times tables. But I think I will introduce some times tables in a couple of times a week just to jog her memory a bit. But yeah, on the whole, she's done pretty well there. What she does, she fills in. I say, right, you sit and fill in, do what you can do, and then what you can't do, leave blank, and we'll go over it together afterwards. And I mean, I think like one she's got wrong, she doesn't get many wrong when she does them herself. Very, very few and far between. But yeah, so she's done all right. It's just helping tick it all over, I think. So I think the books I've ordered, there's 5 different ones. Addition, subtractions, multiplications, division. There's money ones. There's telling the time, because that's another thing. Although she can do it on a digital, she can't glance at a clock and see what the time is, which I think really she needs to do. So yeah, we're waiting for them to come. Yesterday we also did science. Well, we've been working on this Collins Key Stage 3, and this is specifically for Year 7 workbook. I can't find like, not an answer book, but I've got the word for it. This is the workbook, like a revision book, you know, where you go through it, you talk it, and then you sit and do your work related to it, like my other books I've got for her. Couldn't find it. I did order one, but it turned out to be like the other books, and it's got its own questions and things. So I thought, oh well, if we can get through this, we'll do the one for Year 8 probably, because that's a broad Key Stage 3 one. This is specifically Year 7. So what we've been having to do is Google it. And we have been going on the BBC Bite Size, actually, on the tablet and the laptop, and it gives you good information there. So we're getting most of our stuff from there. We don't always get everything right, and some things a bit more in depth. I mean, yesterday we were doing all of that, trying to draw atoms. Couldn't find anything that we wanted, not even on BBC Bite Size. So we've been doing that. It's all about chemistry, this one's covering. Both of us are like, oh. That's the thing, see, if you're not interested in something, it's just not going to click. Your mind just switches off. That's where I think homeschooling's good, to do the things you're interested in. But I'd already been and bought all these books thinking school was in my head. But it is slowly worming away from that now. Yeah, we did 2 pages yesterday. We did about alkali metals and things. I mean, we got some right, and obviously some we didn't, so we looked it up. It is difficult though, because we do have to try and Google for some answers and use BBC Bite Size, and it gets a bit difficult sometimes. So yeah, we'll continue with that. Mondays we do that, so we'll continue that. Luckily it's got the answers in, but we don't peek at the answers. Only I do when we go to check it afterwards. We actually Google everything we need to know and try and write it in as best as we can for the answers. But we've still got quite a way to go. But I think we probably will have finished that by the end of the summer holidays. Now, connected with science, because that's a bit heavy going and I want to sort of do it a bit more light-hearted. But she has some nice things for Christmas, got some things for Christmas. We got her this lava lamp, glitter tubes to make her own little lava lamps. I suppose they're like not much bigger than test tube type of things. But it was only, I think, £5, and just made a nice little extra. I happened to see it. I was in B&M, happened to see it, and thought, oh, that'd be quite fun for her to do. But Lisa wants to do it with her. She wanted to do it last week, but Sean didn't want to do it last week, and they ended up doing bath bombs. So they're hoping to do it soon. And on the back, it shows you what you need. Well, I presume all that's in there. Yeah. Yeah, it's got everything you see on there is what's in the box. And make a couple of love lamps. So I thought, oh, that'd be nice for science one day. Lisa's got some time off work coming up because she's got to use holidays. So I think she's got a couple of Mondays, and because we do science on a Mondays, and should probably do that with her one day and might be able to film it if they let me, because both of them are camera shy. I'll see if I can get them to let me film it. And then my husband also got to this Dynamo Lab, which is quite good. This does quite a few different experiments. 20 plus cool experiments. Doesn't actually show on the box what kind of experiments, but looks like there might be crystals involved. You can see crystals up there and like a volcano. Making a volcano. I do remember them doing that when she was at primary school. We had to make a volcano as part of a topic work. So yeah, that looks quite good. It doesn't actually say what you can build. I presume inside all the instructions will be in there. So we'll open that one day and we'll have a go at that, because it looks quite fun. I think it looks quite fun. As long as we don't blow the house up, we'll be all right. That's the thing doing these science in a book yesterday, in the Collins book. Like, I could remember, as we were looking at the questions, I was remembering being in science at school and burning all this, is it like magnesium stuff that goes really bright and really hot. And I can remember picking it up red hot and dropping it. And my friend, it went to my friend's lap and she was running around holding the top like that with it in. It was like if you just said, let go of your top. It was burning through. Oh dear, we nearly set fire to the lab that day, nearly burnt the school down. That's an exaggeration. But I was thinking perhaps it's not a good idea that we haven't got these experiments at home. Best just watching them, or Googling them and watching them. Oh dear. But these look okay. Incredibly kid friendly, so I should be safe to do them with her. Instruction manual: watch a volcano explode before your very eyes. Make your own lava lamp. Also, we've got another lava lamp in here then. And I suppose lots of various little ones, as it does say 20 plus. So we'll open that one day and we'll do science, bit of hands-on science one day, and we'll probably film that. See the fire brigade come and put my ass out. Hopefully not. I shouldn't say things like that, should I? But I know what I'm like. Dangerous. Right. We also have been doing, last 2 mornings, we've been doing key stage 3 spelling, punctuation and grammar. Now, Sean was really good at this, very good. And when we first started, you could tell. But, you know, I feel it's slipping a bit. I think she does know, but she's going a bit lackadaisical. She's not bothered type of thing. So yesterday was fine. That was yesterday's. And she got all that correct, because again the answers are in here, so I'm able to look and mark it, and then I like to correct it and go over with it the next day what she's done wrong, so we can put it right, you know, so she understands. So yesterday's was fine, but today she's been doing pronouns. Let me come that side. Can you see that? And that's not so good, because you can see like she's got a lot of wrong words in the wrong boxes and that. So I've said to her, because she was always so good, she could just sit down and do the book and it was never an issue. I says, what I think we need to do now is each morning, like tomorrow, we'll continue and finish the pronouns, because it goes on to, let me have a look, it goes on to verbs then. So if we finish the pronouns, doing a page tomorrow, I think what we need to do is in the morning go through pronouns with her before she answers it. I'll actually have to sit and remind her what the pronouns are before and how to use them before she sits and does that. I just think she needs a bit of a memory jog. I don't know whether, I think maybe it is because we're homeschooling and she says she don't want to do exams and things like that, so I think maybe she's not so bothered. But the thing is, there are things you do have to know, and you know, it's best she does know them. This afternoon, because yesterday afternoon we did science, this afternoon we're going to do geography, and that's again is key stage 3, So it sort of covers a broad spectrum of things, all in one revision and practice. I have showed you these books before. This one I definitely have. I think today we did a section, we just finished a section before Christmas on weathering and glaciation. So today we're going back this afternoon now to review questions, and the review questions are quite good because they take you back to the beginning where we started on Russia, China, India and the Middle East. So we'd started there, so it just gives you a quick review of where you started, what you were, which is nice because it's like a memory jog, isn't it? And then once there's a couple of pages of the reviews from the very first section we did, and then we do practice sections on what we've just done before Christmas. We'll go into that then. So I think it'll be a couple of weeks of questions, the review and the practice questions, before we actually go on to the next section, which will probably be in a couple of weeks, and then we will be starting rivers and coasts. So I imagine there'll be a lot of talk about coastal erosion and things in there. So yeah, well, because we've got flood in there. So it is, we're just doing review questions that this afternoon. So I'm wondering, because that's not going, not my teeth out. It's not going to take very long, I don't think, to do all that, because like say answers in there, you just go back and read through it again and review. So it depends how long she takes to read through, whether she asks questions, whether we go sort of off topic onto other things and that. Let's see around a bit. I'm worrying you're losing the light on me. So it depends what sort of questions she asks, and you know what we talk about. If we talk about a lot of the countries and do the questions, it might take us a while. Some things do, normally history does. But if sort of we just go through it, I was thinking maybe I might get her an Antarctica book and start having a look at some of that and a chat about that. Being we're not actually doing full sections, we're just covering review questions. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing. I mean, on top of that, we've also been doing the reading. We're still doing the Rose Rivers at the moment, nearly at the end of that. Sean wants to do another Jacqueline Wilson book when she finished that one. She's already picked it out. I'm not sure what it's called now, something Angel, something like that. It's about these best friends and one dies or something and sort of comes back as like a guardian angel. I don't know. I'm just trying to think what the title is. I've never read the book or looked at it, but Sean's had a quick glance at it and she said she wants to read that one next. So I know we may finish this one the end of the week, or it'll definitely be by the end of next week we'll have finished it and started on that. So I'll show you that, what it is when she does. So that's for Read Aloud. I really enjoy doing the Read Alouds with her. Then I love to listen to the stories and I can hear how she reads as well then. I often have to slow down there because she speed reads. How so you can't get the full meaning while you're speed reading. But it is good. I enjoy the Read Alouds. We don't have quiet time as in a school session for reading because she does enough of that herself upstairs anyway. She likes to just sit and read. So that's sort of her quiet time reading. And also we did yesterday, Monday, we did Bible. Well, I say Bible studies. We don't really study it as studying it. We go through my childhood Bible storybook just to chat about the more famous characters and things like that. And I don't know, we just talk, she asks questions, we talk about the Holy Lands, as you'd call them, what they are today. So it goes a bit like geography, really, because you start talking about the land and what these countries are known as today, because obviously they've not got the same country names, a lot of them haven't. So yeah, we just do that. That's quite light-hearted, and I read to her and she asks questions and I say things. So yeah, that's us Monday today, what we're doing today. And so yeah, that's all I've got to say, I think. Hopefully this week, Thursday, we'll be back doing homeschool cookery. I have not got a clue what we're going to cook. Because like I say, we've still got freezers of food from Christmas and do me menus as well. And so I don't really know what we'll give her to cook. have a look through me cooking book, see what there is for her to do that's not too long, because they go on forever, mind you. So yeah, what I might come on tomorrow actually. I know what I can show you tomorrow, but it's nothing to do with homeschooling. It's to do with the garden. I've ordered seeds for the garden. Some of them are oh dear, I cannot talk. Some of them have arrived, and I'm still waiting for some to come. And a couple I'd forgotten to order that I do need to order, because I did order them. So I might come on tomorrow and show you them. We'll have a chat about them tomorrow. So if you like gardening and you plant seeds, come and have a look, see what I've got. So that's it for now. So I'll do that tomorrow. If you're interested in seeds and gardening, come on tomorrow and I'll catch you then and you'll see what I've got. All right then, so take care and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.